I love it. I love it. I love it. I love brilliance. I love intelligence. I love grit. I love self-respect. I love all of that because it acts as a buffer, protection. So I'm from California, not from LA, but I'm from California. And I want to cover this topic of discussion in a constructive way. Okay. I'm not here to try to, talk down on anyone or whatever. This is not about that, because if I hurt your feelings, if I attack you, you're probably going to write off everything I'm saying anyway, right? You're going to look at it and say that I'm emotional or that I'm this or I'm that. So I'm going to do my best to make logical arguments without the use of emotion, right? So for those of you all who don't know, LA rapper Lefty Gunplay, okay, LA rapper Lefty Gunplay went on a rant a little bit, and we're going to get into the video. He went on a rant a little bit talking about his family, wherein he said that he would not want his daughter to date a black man. Matter of fact, let's just jump right in because I don't want to waste no time. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen immediately. Let's get right into this. Let's get it right to hell now. All right. So this individual here, I don't even remember his name. I don't know his name, but he's a podcaster out of LA, black podcaster, and he talks about a lot of these topics of discussion. This is Lefty Gunplay. And he, as you're going to see, is basically saying that black people are wrong for trying to cancel Lefty Gunplay for saying this. Let's just get right into the clip.
Very hard. What is the difference between racial within right here and out there? Man, LA, dog, if you know, you know, and if you don't, you don't. LA's racist. Nah, San Francisco. Different, way different.
The question within itself is silly. Like, who goes around measuring the racist barometer, right?
Bruh. So look, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm looking at this man's face. I'm getting clown vibes off the rip. I'm getting sellout vibes right off the bat. The man said, who goes around asking questions about if what is right? Bruh. Lefty Gunplay said LA is racist. So why are you trying to clean up what that man said? Why can't you just accept what he said? Because it is, as I said a few moments ago, you're giving sellout vibes right off the bat, sir.
So I can't tell you who's more racist because I don't concern myself with trying to figure those things out. However, he believed that LA was more racist, and he explained why. Now, it's his explanation that has people in a frenzy and ready to cancel him.
No, I don't know. Let me ask you this question my way down. Yeah, what up? Fool, it's crazy, dog. Like, race is a big thing. Like honestly, me, myself, personally, I'm not going to come home or I'm not going to let my daughter come home with a black dude. I'm going to be like, what the you know what I'm saying? And that's just the way it is out here for my people. And like, I'm sure if a black girl came home and with a straight SA dude, they're going to be like, what the
So before we hear what this fool has to say about what this man just said, we need to understand the psychology behind what he said, and we need to analyze what he said and what he did not say. I want to make it abundantly clear. This man did not say that he wants his daughter to only date within his race. That is not what he said. He said he would not want his daughter to date a black, is what he actually said. He started the whole conversation out by saying that LA is racist. And he's explaining how his race, or as they call him, the raza, feel. So what he's doing is exposing a cultural norm that is also racist within his community while simultaneously defending that cultural norm. Again, He didn't say he wants his daughter to only date within his race. No. He said he would not want her to date a black. What the hell is a black? But I get it. An African American, right? Or a black person. Okay. As if we're supposed to be envying any type of genetics that's in you. But I'm not going to get into all of that. There's issues with this. The man is saying that he's basically excluding his daughter from being with a certain race, with the black race in this case. Then he tries to say, well, I'm sure a black person wouldn't want their daughter to go out with a straight essay. Do you mean a gang member? Because the way his body language looked when he said a black versus when he said an essay is basically a gang member. So no, black men wouldn't want their daughters dating a gang member. I don't give a damn what their race is. In terms of if the man is a gang member. But why are you equating all black people to something negative? And why is he trying to speak for black people at the same time? This is ignorance. This is stupidity. I'm sorry. This is dumb. All right. And the reality of the situation is this. Majority of black people are very inviting of people of other races, are very cordial and loving and accepting of people of all races. They are. Let's listen to the commentary from this guy, though, from this black person, this black LA podcaster.
You know what I'm saying? In LA, it's like that.
Lefty Gunplay grew up in LA. He's a part of a gang, and he has spent a large percentage of his life in prison. LA County Jail is literal segregation. Blacks here, Mexicans here, whites here. And there's no crossing or mingling. So Lefty Gunplay has literally been programmed to think this. But the fact that black folks are now trying to act like, because he has this train of thought, that this means he's like a raging racist and he dislikes black folks, it's just silly. Because black folks are trying to act like this train of thought is a foreign concept to them. Black folks will make you believe with a straight face that if their sister brought home a Lefty Gunplay, they're not going to be like, hey, yo, what are you doing? like this what you doing? At some point, bro.
And if they did do that, it wouldn't be because the man was Hispanic. It would be because his face is covered with tattoos and he looks like a gangbanger. Well, let's let this man continue because we're going to cook his ass.
Jack this urge to be a victim. Now, I understand, bro, like being outraged at something and having a common enemy for the week is enticing, bro. But at some point, bro, we have to put honesty before the fake outrage, bro. Like, nobody is listening to what Lefty Gunplay says, applying it to their own lives and thinking, oh, my God, he's a racist, bro. If Lefty Gunplay is a racist, then what do you call Dr. Umar Johnson? If Lefty Gunplay is a racist, then what do you call all of Black Twitter, like, who go off on every athlete who gets caught with a white woman? Like, what do you call them? Are they raging racists who deserves to be canceled and not have a career anymore, bro? Like, we got to stop this, bro.
You know what I'm saying? For me to go and have...
This is not about Lefty Gunplay being racist. If he is racist or is not racist, it's like somebody calling someone a punk. You don't know who is a punk until there's lights, camera, and action. If you really want to get technical, you don't know who is what. Okay, so looking to label him a certain way is not the right way of handling the situation. His comments were distasteful. It's hypocritical for this man to sit here and be a rapper and be a participant of a culture that originated within black people, wearing gold chains, gold grills, and rapping and trying to sound, look, and emulate the black culture, while simultaneously telling the world that you wouldn't want your daughter to be with a man who is a participant of that same culture, who happens to be a different race. That is the problem. That is the problem. It's not, oh, I want her to be with my people. It's no, I don't want her to deal with that group of people. So the question becomes why? And the reason why he said that, people saying, oh, because he's an LA gang member and it's only because they're LA gangs. Negro. Do y'all understand that in about 2005 that the population of black people in Mexico were not even recognized. The black population was not recognized on the census until about 2015. Do you realize how inherently racist a lot of Hispanic culture is? You've heard the Hispanic people tell you this, and he's exposing it. He is exposing. Not just racist. That's not correct. Let me be more specific. I'm talking about anti-black. Anti-Mexican sentiment doesn't really exist within the black community. And if a black grandma told their son or their grandson that you better not bring home a white girl, okay, family, that's not racist. Why? Let's use your common sense. Why in God's green earth would a black woman tell her son that he don't want him to bring home a white girl? Why? Use your sanctified imagination and tell me. Take one guess. Smart ass, smarty pants. Take a guess. It's called history. It's called slavery. It's called Jim Crow. It's called, there was a time period where you doing that could lead to your death. It's called Emmett Till. So the question becomes this: have black people done anything like that to Hispanics, to the Hispanic communities in South and Central America who treat their black population as second-class citizens? Have the black people there ever done anything to the Hispanic community? So please stop with these false equivalencies, because you sound dumb. You sound stupid. You sound uneducated and incapable of acting like you represent anything that black people are supposed to be doing. This is not about, oh, he's a raging racist and this is not about if he's racist or not. We're not getting into those straw man arguments. This ain't, he don't have to be racist to say something that's improper about black people that he need to be checked on. Point blank, period. If you racist or not, don't make a difference. I'm not going to just reduce everything down to that. But I do know that there is some anti-black racist undertones to what he's saying. And he admitted that to you. But you trying to defend him. Come on, man. You're pathetic.
Black girl, and and I've never been with a black girl, but I flirted with black girls, and shout out to the black, there's some beautiful black girls, but it's different. And just LA makes you like that, and you can't sugarcoat it and beat around the bush. I don't say the N-word in none of my songs. You will never find a Lefty Gunplay song where I'm saying the N-word. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Munchie B and Mariah and them in their podcast, man, on Street TV. I was watching it earlier 4 hours ago. They're like, man, we appreciate Lefty not saying the N-word. Does it slip out sometimes with the homies? Yeah, because the homies talk like that all day.
I can't co-sign saying the N-word, even if it's scarce. I don't like it. I don't like when Hispanics say it, Chinese say it, whites say it. I just don't like it, bro. Right? Even some blacks will give me an icky feeling when they say it, bro. But still, I can't tolerate it, right? And I don't think there's any excuse for it. But at least he has enough decency not to put it in the music. At least he have enough decency, bro, not to put the N-word in his music.
So here you go defending him. And I understand it. See, this man have already come to his conclusion about Lefty Gunplay and the whole situation. He's already come to his conclusion. So now he is trying to defend him, which is what Lefty Gunplay was trying to do as well, too. He's trying to clean up what he said a little bit to just tell you like, nah, I'm not a racist. This is just how it is. This is what he's saying. He's saying, look, I'm showing respect to black people, but this is how it is in my raza, in my group, in my race. This is how we get down in LA. No one is shocked or surprised. And if you're from California, you already knew that.
Right. Not to have his Hispanic fans rapping it. Now, Lefty Gunplay will somewhat redeem himself by saying that he don't think that word should be used at all by anybody, and he gets disgusted within himself when he says it. Now, he would explain it pretty perfectly and claim that that word has been used to marginalize
but I'm speaking it into light. But lately I've been breaking the barrier, and I've been the only one that went on the Ace Boys world. Shout out to Pun and them and AD's community. So those are two big black platforms in LA, and I want to go do those platforms, and that really helped me gain a black audience, and the blacks for me, and they respect me because I'm not using the N-word. You know what I'm saying? We shouldn't be using that word anyways, period. That word, if you don't know what it means, it's the negative words towards black people. I got no right using that word. You know what I'm saying? Like that's out.
Hey, listen.
I've been saying that for years. The same way black people don't run around, y'all. Hey, listen, man, I grew up around a lot of Hispanic people. Black people don't run around here using the word paisa. It's certain words in certain cultures that's only appropriate for members within that culture to use. So somebody coming into their culture does not give them the right to start using their terms or their terminology. It's disrespectful and it's stupid, in my opinion. So we don't run around here trying to take Hispanic words and do this and do that in the third with the Mexican words and Spanish. We don't do that. We don't try to jack that culture and appropriate into it and try to. We don't do that. Because why? Black people, we already understand the reality of hip hop and black and rap. Black people set the trends, point blank, period, hands down, always have, and always basically will. You know what I'm saying? Not to be arrogant, but I'm just saying rap is by and large a sport that has been dominated from the beginning till today by black people. It is what it is. It's black art. So people basically gravitate to and kind of try to be a part of that culture. Now, it is to his credit for him saying what he said, but that does not still take away from what he has already said. And that's what we're here talking about. And people like this. Check this out.
Friend Lefty Gunplay.
Wish I would like to spin the block when we have Mark Rasta in the building.
We will probably have to bring it back when they get here. But Lefty Gunplay has been getting a lot of backlash for saying that he will trip out if his daughter brings home a black guy. Now, one interesting thing before we even get into the clip, it's kind of amazing to me to see the extent to which the Rasa strikes fear in the heart of the Los Angeles street streamers scene, because so few people seem willing to actually acknowledge that they don't appreciate this mentality. It really lets you know that there's some real fear struck in the heart of men out here, because
listen, y'all gonna look at this one of two ways. Y'all gonna look at this and say, either this white man is trying to divide black people from Mexican people, or he's trying to cause problems within the community, or he really feel like black people sitting on the sidelines saying nothing about this is making all y'all boys look like that, like boys, like punks. It's one or the other. And I believe it's the latter, because as a man, I understand what he's saying. He's being honest, bro. And my thing is this: why does it take Adam 22 to say that? How Brick, this dude Brick Baby? Let's talk about this. Adam 22. Listen, stop bringing these illiterate Negroes onto your podcast to speak for black people, homie. Stop bringing these dudes who don't know what the hell is going on onto your podcast to speak about these issues. Just stop that. And to you black men who ain't too bright, or whoever you might be who don't feel like you have the right thing to say, just keep your mouth closed, because you're making everybody look bad. But I do agree with what Adam 22 is saying. A lot of these men, these black podcasters, are pacified. They become pacified. And he's basically saying, you look scared. You look desperate. You look weak. And I agree with him.
This is a statement that on its face is the kind of thing you would expect to hear from a Richard Spencer or a Nick Fuentes. But it's coming from the mouth of the one and only Lefty Gunplay. And as a result, a lot of people who I thought were proud of their people and would want to stand up against this kind of thing, they're backing down. They're saying, hey, he can do whatever he wants. He can say whatever he wants.
He ain't say nothing about it. Like, hey,
that's because lying.
This is what you don't understand. That's because the person that's not responding, it might be reciprocated.
So now it's that, now here go Brick Baby with his weak ass cop out. Well, this is what you don't understand. Maybe the person being sorry, maybe it's reciprocated. You're not talking about it. You didn't bring it up. This man brought it up. So because you're not talking about it, you feel the same way, but you being quiet about it. You not saying nothing about it. You a damn liar. Man, come on, bro. I know you lying. I know damn well a lot of you brothers would. I'm not even gonna go there. We just gonna continue to roll it. Lying.
AD and Pun live in fear of their daughters bringing home a Mexican.
We don't live in fear. It's just that, we were told to keep our bloodline pure, just like you.
It's not. It's honestly like that. Okay, again, what you just said, if I were to say it, would make me equivalent to Nick Fuentes.
I said it to you.
Yes,
that's why I said it for you.
I do not agree with that.
I'm saying though, you wouldn't. I wouldn't be mad at you if you said that.
The correlation.
I feel like almost. If you said what? Because this is what I keep trying to come back to. The man didn't say that he want his daughter to keep their bloodline pure. That's not what the man said. The man said he don't want his child dealing with black people. So that's what he actually said.
Everybody else would.
They would, but like us being in the streets, like, hey, bro, hey, if that's and grandma and great grandma don't like that shit, and we don't like. Hey, we've been trained that way, like you know what I'm saying. Like,
because you've been indoctrinated by the prison in the same way that Lefty has. That's why you're understanding of his mentality. To everybody else, it seems like pretty clear cut, racism.
It's not racist.
I mean, but
it's not racist.
Okay, it's a racist that ain't afraid to speak his mind. That's why I like.
Now I want y'all to pay attention to this fool over here on the left, because this man his body language looked pathetic. He looked pathetic. He looked like he in the wrong place at the wrong time, about to say the wrong thing. Look at his body language now and listen to the mess come out of his mouth.
Trump, I ain't fucking with that.
I wouldn't call it racist though, honestly.
It's not.
I got my baby mama.
Why you grab your arm like that, homie? This how I know you finna come weak. This how I know you finna say something hella weak. Watch him. Watch the body language.
Trump,
look.
Baby mama Salvadorian, bro. I swear to God, nigga. Like her dad and her mom are from Salvador, nigga. The oldest brother from Salvador, bro. And like, it's just like it's not like a racist. It like is racist, but it's not like it's not like personally racist. You feel me?
What? Look at this Mexican looking at you like this nigga is a damn fool. This man said it's racist, but it's not personally racist. So what you're saying is, as a whole, they don't like black folks. But it's not personal. Dog, if you are the friends with this man right here, with this fool, you need to slap his black ass. Somebody needs to just shake his ass up one good time. Bro, shut up, bro. Do not go back on the podcast. If you do, before you say anything else, homie, apologize to the people for what your dumb ass said, homie. Because y'all, here's the thing about it, man. You hear all the time about black people being on code, man. You hear it all the time, man. And in order for us to get on code, it's going to require us to have some law, some principles, some guidelines that if you break, you must pay a consequence. You must pay a fee. You must pay a toll. You must pay a tax. You must be disciplined for the foolishness coming out of your mouth, for the foolishness that you've done. And you, sir, are a prime candidate for such. I'm calling it how I see it. The reason I said in my last video, when we talk about the ethnic image of black people and why black people are so disrespected, why black people go through all the things they go through, is because of weak ass people like this here running their mouth, get on a platform and speak this nonsense before hundreds of thousands of people and got the whole community looking stupid and weak. You, sir, do not represent the majority of black people, black men at all, bro. Because why? Because you're too weak, homie. Because you coming too weak, bro. Nobody respects a coward, homie. Even the Bible say the cowards will not be in the kingdom of God. God don't respect a coward. So you need to sit down and just be quiet. Just move the mic from this man.
It's just like the mom's cool with me, but the dad still to this day, nigga. My daughter's 9, nigga. Her dad does not fuck with me, bro. Like I don't know why.
So you walk in the house and what?
You don't.
The dad do not mess with me, man. I don't know why, but it's they racist. They're racist, but they're not personally racist. This is what you call having low self-esteem, homie. This is what low self-esteem as a black man look like in real life, dog. For everybody who want to know what it looked like, here it is. Look at this man. He done turned his hair like, man, he don't even want to hear this. Nobody wants to hear this.
live there, but he's just weird. And the aunties one time see me, like it's just like it's just like a like it's like it's not the person.
What could be more racist?
Okay,
what could be more racist than saying that your greatest fear is that you don't want your offspring mating with a person of another race?
That's how Asians are too. Like Asian people, like they stick to Asian.
But all you're saying is that there are other people who are racist, and that we all think it's not the worst thing in the world.
But we're not even talking about what the man actually said. Again, this is the problem with these fools, and why I can't even like deal with this, because the reality of what he said was that he does not want his child dealing with a certain person of a certain race. And the certain person that he's talking about, this certain group of people that he does not want his child to deal with, have done absolutely nothing to him or his people. So what is that about? It's not that I want my race to stay with their race. It's that I don't want my race to deal with that race. Those are two completely different things. Those are two completely different avenues. If a black person were to tell their child, look, I don't want my daughter dealing with a white boy, or I don't want my son dealing with a white person, and they get into the history and explain why they feel that way, well, damn, that would make some kind of sense. Whether you agree or disagree, whatever, maybe there's a different approach, but at least you can understand, like, damn, this group of people historically have harmed us, have done a certain thing to us. So we should stay away from them in regards to that. And I'm not saying I agree or disagree with that philosophy. I'm saying that would make some kind of logical sense. But to say, well, no, we just don't deal with them. We don't mess with this group of people over here. So what are you saying? You're basically teaching your child to hate them, to think a certain way about them, which is anti-black racism. This is not about you continuing or keeping your race pure. This is about you maintaining a system of hatred against a certain group of people. So what these men on this podcast are arguing is not the same thing that Lefty Gunplay was even talking about. They missed the mark as it relates to that completely. All right. So, hey, man, I'm done sharing my screen. It's hard, man. It's difficult to have these types of conversations with people who are not being intellectually honest, man, or people who are not bright enough to see the disrespect that's right in front of everybody's faces, or people who are not smart enough to stay on topic with regards to the conversation that's actually taking place. See, listen, man, I'm gonna keep it 100 with y'all, man. I have to keep it 100 with y'all, man. Y'all already see what has happened to the black population in LA. And if you look up 15, 20 years from now and you wondering like, damn, where did all the black people go? Listen, man, I'm going to tell you, in life, you reap what you sow. If you want to continue to exist and be strong and thrive, etc., you got to be strong, homie. You got to be strong. So you people, you black males coming with this weak ass energy, you're not going to cut it, homie. You're not going to survive. You will not make it. In the long run, your ass won't make it. Because you're too damn weak, blind, deaf, dumb, and stupid. So why should you make it? Why should you make it? Why should you survive? We got a lot of other elements already at play working against us as black people. So I don't understand this mentality. It's going to take a whole lot more from a whole lot more of y'all for our communities to thrive. Because that look ain't it, homie. That's a weak look, and that's not it. I'm not bowing down, kissing no ring of no, I'm not doing that. I'm focused on the tree and what this tree doing and what we're going to do moving forward. So, hey, man, and I have to say this before I get out of here, man. Salute to all of the podcasters, the black male podcasters and so forth, even if you're not black, to those who are calling out bigotry, anti-black racism, and doing their work as far as that goes, man. Big salute to y'all. Big salute to, you know what I'm saying, that good brother Red Supreme, man. For real, man. That brother, man, I'm telling you, when it comes to this topic, man, he was one of the first ones I saw keep it A1 solid as it relates to this, man. You know, somebody telling the truth. I'm not from LA, so I can only imagine if I was there seeing this, how I would be impacted and how I would feel about it. Even though I am from California, but I'm not from LA. You know what I'm saying? So it's a little bit different for me. But I'm still impacted by this. That's why I have to speak about it. But salutes to the brothers who are doing the right thing, man. It's a lot of good work being done. Don't get it twisted. Even though I'm calling out all these black LA podcasters and all this mess that's going on, Don't get it twisted into thinking that, oh, I'm saying every black pocket. Nah, salute to those who keeping it solid, man, for real. Because if we need more people like that, and we need more people to, be honest, man. And that's all it is. It's about being honest and being real, man. Being honest and being real. You wasn't born in a day. We didn't wake up and this world is everything that it is today out of nowhere. No, we come from a history, homie. We come from a whole history. And that history is the reason why we're in this situation today. And when we start having these conversations about these types of things, we need to keep history at the forefront of our perspective and our conversations. Because when you forget the historical component, when you're not aware of history and you just start having these conversations based on what you see, not based on the historical truth, then you're going to end up off in the left somewhere. You're going to end up far left. With that, man, I say, hey, like, share, subscribe, man. Share this content. Comment below. Tell me what you think, all right? Till we chat again, I'm out.